Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. This is unfortunately the third time I've tried to film this video. The first time I didn't like the way it turned out. The second time it was recording in slow motion, which would have been fine, but it also wasn't recording any audio. So it was unsalvageable. And you know what? I'm trying to look on the bright side because it gave me enough time to get ready. I let my camera recharge. And so now we're here. I am still getting over being sick, so I sound awful in the last video, and hopefully not in this one. I felt like I was like breathing a lot. So if that happens any time from now and I don't notice, I'm so sorry. I literally cannot breathe. So this is not my fault. This is not my fault. Anyways, today, as you can tell, we are tier ranking the books that I've read so far in 2025. You guys picked this video. If you're not subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe so that next time when I post on like the community tab or whatever, or like the, I don't know, it shows up in your subscriptions. And then I did a little poll between this and a book slump vlog, and you guys chose this. So subscribe if you're not already so that you have a choice in the matter next time. I am going to try really hardly to not yap my way through this tier list. I feel like the last two times I've done this, I was over-explaining every reason why I was putting these books on here. But if you want a more in-depth reason of why I didn't or do like these books, you can just go and watch my wrap-up videos. I'm pretty sure all of these are in at least one of them. So yes, let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna start screen recording and it's going. Okay, so we are rolling. Unfortunately, the tier list that I normally use is not working right now. So we have a little bit different selections, but they're still great. We have S, which is like God tier books, A, B, C, D, and E. Pretty self-explanatory. If you've never seen a tier ranking video, you'll get it. You'll get it once we get there. But super easy. Like I said, I've already tried to make this a bunch of times. So these were in order once and they are no longer in order. So we're just gonna go for it. We are going for it today. This is y'all's fault. Y'all picked this. Let's just go ahead and get right into it. So starting off with Summer in the City by Alex Astor. This was such a fun romance. This is her first romance book. I'm not normally a billionaire romance person, but this one really did it for me. I'm like, I need a sugar daddy immediately. I also love anything that's set in New York. It's just gonna do it for me every single time. So I'm gonna put this in A. I just think it's a fun, quick, nice summer read. Like, why wouldn't you read it? And then we have Funny Story by Emily Henry, and this is kind of cheating because this was a reread this year. I read it last year and I decided to reread it again because I missed the characters. I missed Phoebe and Miles. Phoebe? Is it Phoebe? Oh my god. I don't know. Oh my god, this is my favorite, one of my favorite books ever. Whatever, it's going in S tier because it is still one of my 6-star books and I love these characters. This is literally my favorite Emily Henry book, so S tier, obviously. And then we have The Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings, and this was a 5-star read for me. Unfortunately, I don't think I will be reading any more of Jessa Hastings books moving forward, just with some of the things that she has come and said online. They just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. For the sake of this video, this book was an S tier book for me. It was one of my only 5-star reads of the year, not counting Funny Story because it was a reread, but I think this one and one other was the only 5-star reads I've had this year. So it is gonna go in S tier. I love it. I love it so, it's really good. I always think about it. Since I've read it, I've probably not shut up talking about it. Next, I have The Right Move by Liz Tomford. This is the second book in the Windy City series. They are a collection of interconnected standalone sports romances, and this one really did it for me. Like, this one revitalized my love for sports romance, so I'm gonna put it in A. At first I didn't think I was gonna like the male main character Ryan, but eventually I was just like, I loved him. Like, and I could see myself so much in the female main character, Indy, which is a little bit weird. That's my dog's name, but I loved her too. So, and then along this same lines, I read Caught Up by Liz Tomford. This is the third book, obviously. I had very high hopes for this book because going into it, I had just finished The Right Move and I loved it. I was excited because the male main character looks like Superman, which, I mean, obviously, and he plays baseball. And used to play softball as a kid and I like to watch baseball, so I figured, sorry, there's a garbage can. Anyways, but it kind of let me down. I didn't like the single father trope too much. I don't know, kids and stories are really picky for me. And this time it just wasn't, I don't know. So I'm gonna put it in B because I still really enjoyed it because it was a sports romance, you know, but I also it wasn't my favorite of the series so far. And then we have Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. Everyone knows about this book. Everyone knows how big a wave these books are making. I just really cannot believe how Suzanne Collins is able to tie these prequels back into the originals so well. I don't think that she knew she was gonna write these prequels. Maybe she did, but if she didn't, that is so freaking cool because it's coming together so well, and I love Haymitch, so his story was a must for me. I'm gonna put it in A. I also listened to it and the guy who narrated it sounded like Haymitch. Is perfect. Moving right along, I then listened to Down the Drain by Julia Fox. This is Julia Fox's memoir. I didn't know I needed a Julia Fox memoir until I listened to her memoir. It was very insane. It's very chaotic, but it's really good. I mean, it's not the best written memoir I've ever listened to, but I mean, it's a fun time. I think if you like pop culture, you'll love this. So I'm gonna put it in C. No, I'm gonna put it in B. I think I had a really good time reading it, and sometimes, you know, sometimes that's what's more important than the way it's written. Next, we have Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young. This is my first Hannah Bonham Young book, and I have said it over and over again. I'm so sad that I have not read any of her books yet because this was so good. I'm gonna throw it up in the S tier, even though it wasn't a 5-star read for me. I just loved everything about it. I don't normally like accidental pregnancy tropes, but this one really did it. I think it's honestly switched my perspective on the trope. Also, the representation of the two main characters. Bo is just like, when you think of golden retriever boyfriend, it's Bo. Like, there's no like comparison at all. Next, we have Scythe by Neil Shusterman, and this is immediately going into the S tier for me. This was my first 5-star read of the year. One of my onlys, like I've been saying. Honestly, I might even go as far as say it's a 6-star read for me. It was right up my alley. I'm not normally a sci-fi girly. This is probably the only sci-fi book I've ever read besides Hunger Games, maybe. And I'm so excited I did not just keep putting it off. As soon as I bought it, I read it, which is not typical for me. It was just, the whole premise of the story is right up my alley. It's a super cool book and it's really well written. The only reason I haven't read the other books yet is because I'm scared they're gonna ruin my experience with the first book. Like, that's how serious I am about this. And then we have We have Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. And we've all seen the discourse on this book. You either love it or you either hate it, and I loved it. I thought it was really good. Is it my favorite Emily Henry book? No, definitely not. But I don't understand the hate that it's getting. You get two different stories. I loved Margaret's story. I think a lot of people think it fell flat for them, but I think if you go into it wanting a really super insane, crazy, drama-filled story, you're gonna be let down. But I didn't go in thinking that, so I liked Margaret's story. I do, however, agree with people saying that we wish we would have gotten more of the relationship between Hayden and I can't remember her name, but the two main characters. But it is still really great, and I love Emily Henry, so it's an A for me. Then we have First Time Caller by B.K. Borson, and this is just such a cutie little Valentine's Day book, like perfect. I'm gonna put it in A just because I had a really great time reading it. Again, this has a like child in it, and I don't normally like that, but it was kind of crucial for the plot of the story. If you know, you know. But it wasn't too like, it wasn't too cringy, I guess. Children in book are like a really touchy subject for me, but this one did it right. I thought it was really fun, and I think it's a great read during that time, so it did what it needed to do. Then we have One Golden Summer by Carly Fortune, and honestly, I have not stopped thinking about this book since I listened to it. Unfortunately, I did listen to it, which I keep kicking myself in the ass for because I really wish I would have physically read it. I feel like I would have had a deeper connection with the book if I did. I am gonna put it in A, but I feel like if I would have read it, I would have given it an S. And I think I only gave it 3.5 stars maybe. But honestly, I been thinking about this book so much that I think I should update my rating on that, because I really loved it. It's the perfect summer romance. I love Charlie so much. And there's this one edit on TikTok that I'm just like obsessed with about this book, and like the vibe of the book and Charlie. It's just like, yeah, I honestly just, it's a very close S for me, but since I listened to it, I'm gonna put it in A. Then I have The House of My Mother by Sherry Frankie, and this is a insane memoir. I mean, if you know the story of the 8 Passengers, then you know, but not only was it kind of heart-wrenching story, it was also very well written, and I've still been thinking about it to this day. I recommend it to a lot of people, so I'm gonna put it in S. I think really a cream of the crop memoir, like it's just perfect all around. Like I have no notes for it. Then I read Out of the Woods by Hannah Bonam-Young, and like I said, I was immediately hooked on her writing style, so I went out and got this one. I loved the premise of the book. It's about high school sweethearts trying to rekindle their love again, and me and Shane are high school sweethearts, so I thought it was going to be perfect. Unfortunately, it did fall a little flat for me, but I still really enjoyed it, so I'm going to put it in B. Next, we have The Ballad of Never After by Stephanie Garber. This is the second book in the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy, and unfortunately, I waited a lot, like a very long time between reading the first and the second one, and I think that was the downfall of this book. It felt very much like a filler book. It was kind of redundant. It kind of let me down, to be honest. So I'm gonna put it in D, or no, I'm gonna put it in C. Because it wasn't, obviously it was necessary for the story, and I really loved the first book a lot, but this book just wasn't as good. And then, same vibes, the third and final book, A Curse for True Love. That was a little bit better, like, but also still not my favorite. I think I just lost interest in it, so I'm gonna put it in B. I just think I lost interest in the story, even though I really liked the first book, but I do think it was a great way and a great finality to the series as a whole. And we finally get the relationship that has been building since book 1 coming to an end, or like a happy ending, and that was like obviously the best part. Then we have Problematic Summer Romance by Ali Hazelwood, and this was fun. It let me down a little bit. I do think some of that has to do with how long it took me to read the book, but that's not the book's fault. I'm gonna put it in, I'm gonna put it in B, just because I think I'm gonna put it in B because there were things that I didn't love about the book. I think how the male main character was addressing the age gap was just redundant and not my favorite, but it was fun. It's like Italian romance, like that's so fun. And then I read Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. This is my first Kennedy Ryan book, and I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna put it in B as well, I think, because I rated it really highly. I gave it like a 4 stars, I think, because it was so good. It's so emotional and raw, and it's a real story, you know, like, I don't know, I get kind of tired of like fun meet cutes. So this one's a lot different than that, but I do feel like the reason the two main characters got back together was very physical rather than emotional. And so for that reason, I think I'm gonna put it in B. Then we have Not Another Love Song by Julie Soto. The first 50% of this book, I did not like it. I thought I was gonna end up DNFing it, but I'm glad I didn't, because the last 50% of the book was really good. And so for that reason, I think I'm gonna put it in B for that reason. I don't think it can go any higher, just because if it takes 50% of the book to get my attention and get me to actually care, then it's probably not an A or an S. But the ending was so good that I can't put it in C. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense, but that's where it's going. And then we have The Fall Risk by Abby Jimenez. This is a short story. It's a Valentine's Day short story. I'm gonna put it in B. I don't know if I can really rate a short story very highly, but I do think that Abby Jimenez has a knack for writing short stories. The depth of the characters and the plot was so well done for a 60-page book. It wasn't rushed or anything. Like, it felt like it fit. But I also do wish I would have seen, like, I honestly wish it was a full book. So I think B is where it should live. And then we have Normal People by Sally Rooney, and I'm gonna immediately throw that in C because it let me down so much. The hype around this book has been years in the making for me, and I finally read it, and I just did not give, I literally could not give two shits about Marianne and Connell, like at all. Like genuinely, I thought that they were so immature, which I guess is the whole point, but like, I didn't like it. I'm sorry, and please don't come for me. Next we have Deepman by Ali Hazelwood. This is one of my most anticipated books of the year, and it fell kind of flat for me. I liked it less than Problematic Summer Romance, so I'm gonna put it in C. It was very hyped up as this super spicy, like the spiciest I always say Ali Hazelwood book that she's written so far, which is, I don't care either way, to be honest, but it wasn't, you know what I mean? Which is fine. If you're gonna hype it up, then do it, you know what I mean? Next we have the infamous Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros, and unfortunately, I think I'm gonna put it in E. I'm so sorry. I loved Fourth Wing so much. I gave it 5 stars when I read it. I was excited to read this book, but for me, it was just a huge book of nothing. It was so filler. There was so much happening, but also nothing was happening. It made me hate Xaden. Like, I loved Xaden in the first book. He was like one of my new favorites, but I just genuinely dislike him now. I think he's kind of plain. So, I don't know. I think it just kind of ruined the series for me. On that same note, we have Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros, and I did like it more than Iron Flame, but I'm still gonna put it in D because both of these books kind of killed my love for Fourth Wing. Like, I think Fourth Wing by itself is great, but both of these books are not making me want to continue the series. I'm gonna, because I have to now. That's the kind of person that I am, but on their own, they're just kind of shit, to be honest. And then we have Beneath the Stars by Emily McIntyre. This was a book club book, and unfortunately I did not like it. It was a little bit icky for me. It was very drama filled. Like, every single chapter something different was happening, and I genuinely mean that. Like, it's not a hyperbole at all. So I'm gonna put it in E. Unfortunately, I kind of wish I didn't read it. But I mean, I get it. Like, I didn't rate it that bad. I think I rated it 3 stars because I get it. Like, if that's your vibe, if drama is your vibe, I totally get it. I'm not yucking your yum. Like, I love drama, trust me. It just wasn't done right for me. I just don't think that, I think she was using all the drama to hide the fact that she is not the best writer. I'm so sorry. That sounds so rude, but it's true. Next we have Educated by Tara Westover. I listened to this book and it is not read by Tara Westover, which I don't know if that bugs you. I just like when people read their own memoirs. It's not like a huge thing, but this was really good. I didn't think it was as great as people make it out to be. I thought it was going to be life-changing. I mean, it was very tragic, and there were some points where I like had to stop because it was just like really heavy. But I think that some of the plot was a little bit all over the place, but I do think it's good. It's one of my favorites, so I'm gonna put it in A. And then we have Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. This was my #1 anticipated read of the year, and I hated it. So I'm gonna put it in D because it is still Abby Jimenez. It fell so flat for me. Like, it was so cringy. I did not care for the relationship at all. I hated the long distance trope. It was not a good time for me. I literally went out and bought it the day it came out. I started reading it the day it came out, and I just didn't like it. Abby Jimenez is my favorite author in the whole entire world. So I had high hopes, which is, I guess, my own fault, but I still love her. Like, I still love her, and she's still my #1, but that book was just not good, so. Then we have, I think it's called Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing. I'm sorry. It's by Matthew Perry. It's Matthew Perry's memoir. I did listen to this one, and he narrates it himself, which was very trippy considering of his passing recently, and there were a lot of times where he was discussing his addiction and literally saying word for word that he should be dead because of his addiction, and which is just so weird to hear him say while he, you know, is dead. But yeah, I think I'm gonna put it in C just because it was poorly written. Like, honestly, it's not the best written memoir ever, but I enjoyed it a lot because I love Matthew Perry, I loved Friends, I grew up on it. So I don't know, if you don't care for Friends or Matthew Perry, then it's probably just not for you because it's not the best written book ever. Then we have The Thrashers by Julie Soto. I have just accepted that I'm not a thriller girly anymore. So you might be wondering why I picked this up. It is a YA thriller, but it was honestly right up my alley. It was giving like Pretty Little Liars. Oh my god, it was giving very Pretty Little Liars vibe, and I honestly had a fun time reading this. I'm gonna put it in B because it is very cliche, like high school whodunit thriller. Like, it's very cliche, but I loved it for that reason. Like, it was very drama, clicky, and it was just fun. It was a fun time, it's fast. So honestly, a really good thriller in my opinion, but it's cliche, so I don't know. I feel like it's a good middle of the road. Next we have The Answer is No by Fredrik Backman, and this was really good. I tried and failed to read a Fredrik Backman book, Beartown, this year, and I did not like it. But I was determined to be on the Fredrik Backman hype train, so I read this short story and I enjoyed it. I think I'm gonna put it in B, because like I said earlier, I don't think I'd rate a short story any higher. It was very funny. Like, it was just like, I don't know, his voice was like really funny in it, and yeah, no notes. I have nothing else to say about that book. It's just like not only is it funny, but it's just like a goofy idea for a book, and it was done well. Then we have Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood, and I'm gonna put this in S just because it is one of my favorite Ali Hazelwood books. Not my favorite, but one of my favorites. It's also been one of my favorite reads of the year. I just thought it was so fun. Like, it's got that like rom-com-y, tropey feel to it, but the whole plot and idea behind it is just a little bit different because she is paid to fake date this guy, and then she meets his brother, which I think is super fun and just goofy, and it's Ali Hazelwood, and it was perfect. So next I have My Next Breath by Jeremy Renner, and this has probably become one of my favorite memoirs, if not my favorite memoir to date. So I want to put it in S tier. I did give it 5 stars. I do rate memoirs. I think if you are selling a good and someone is going to buy it, then you should rate it. I know a lot of people don't rate memoirs. I do rate them on a different scale. So although this is a 5-star, if I ever did like a 5-star, you know, wrap up at the end of the year, it probably wouldn't be on there because I don't know, I rate them differently. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, it's like not counting, like when I say I've had 2 5-star reads of the year, I don't count that because I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense. It makes no sense. I've been seeing a lot of, I guess, hate and discourse on this book and Jeremy Renner, which I'm trying not to let it cloud my judgment of this book because I really enjoyed it. I listened to it and he laughs in it, he cries in it. It's honestly really, like, it just, honestly, there was parts where I was like, whoa, like it was making me sick, and the 911 call is in the audiobook and it was just insane, but it was really good. I think Jeremy Renner is super cool, you know, so I know a lot of people don't, but whatever. And then last but not least, we have Promise Me Sunshine by Cara Bastone, and unfortunately this is another case of where I listened to it, but I think I would have liked it more if I physically read it, because it's so heartfelt. But I'm gonna put it in B because I think it's still really, really good. But I don't know, I still don't think I really enjoyed the couple in the book. I just, like, they were not clicking in for me, but I do think I would have maybe given it an A if I did physically read it. But you know, sometimes you gotta give and take. Like, would I have read it if I didn't listen to it? Probably not. So, you know what I mean? There's not enough time in so many books. Like, it's so true. I know it's cringy, but it's so true. There is my tier. So I would say this is pretty good. I would say that there's not a lot of books that I really hated this year. I think it's hard for me to hate a book. I would say all of these up top here in the S are like my favorite books of the year so far. They stand out in my head. I've been thinking about them since I've read them, yada yada, etc, etc. And I would say like the B's having the most makes sense because I feel like this year I've just given a lot of 3 stars, which is like good, but not like, you know, it's not the best, you know, it's like middle of the road, but it's still a really good rating. So I feel like this visually makes sense. Anyways, that was my tier. Not only do I love a tier ranking video, I also really like mid-year wrap-ups because I feel like it's fun when I do my end-of-year wrap-up to see how my opinions have changed and stuff. So this was really fun. So thank you guys for choosing today's video. Like I said earlier, subscribe if you would like to be a part of choosing, and I don't know, if you just want to hang out with some fun people. I don't know. If you enjoyed today's video, leave a like, comment down below what your S tier books of the year so far have been, because I am struggling to find some more 5-star reads and I need help. So yeah, comment down below. I hope I see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.